Adams Clasp Precision Adjust. Double-click on whichever piece you want to manually adjust. So I'll choose the upper right first molar. Okay, so you can see the red spots are key points on the wire. The key points help us adjust the wire very quickly. I'll show you here. Just like this. When you adjust a key point, it moves quickly, and all of the other spots on the wire are automatically recalculated. You can see. Okay. So we need to use the red spots to make the main adjustments, and then we can fine-tune the details. Okay, so just like this, we can use the red spot to adjust the lingual side. And if we want to hide the other wires, just use this button here to hide them. First, you can see on the left side the Wire Properties panel. Here is the lingual height setting. The lingual height is the distance from the wire surface to the gum. The distance is 0.7 millimeters. Here, from the surface to the gum. Okay. Just the lingual here. You can adjust it to be more or less. Okay? The second setting is the Adams Clasp height, which is 3.6 millimeters. This means from the top of the arrowhead to the bridge, this height is 3.6 millimeters, the minimum. If a child has a very small tooth, you may need to use manual bending because the clasp would be too small. Okay? So if you want to change this value, just move the mouse here and use the middle mouse button to change the height. Okay? It's very easy. It's fast, and the minimum is 3.6 millimeters. The next setting is the distance from the Adams bridge to the tooth surface. You can see it here. This is the bridge, and this is the distance to the surface of the tooth. Okay? You can see. Just move the mouse here and use the middle button to change it. Okay? Because the tooth surface is not flat, you can see here that 0.5 millimeters is the minimum distance. Okay. So you can set the distance to whatever you want. The next setting is the angle between the bridge and the arrowhead, just like here. This is the bridge, and this is the arrowhead. You can change it here, just like this. Just move the mouse here and use the middle button to adjust it. So there are two arrowheads. Here is the first arrowhead, and here is the second arrowhead. Here you can set the connection status. Because some labs or technicians prefer different lingual configurations, you can choose different options. The lingual mesial overlap. Okay. And if you choose long, it becomes shorter. And if you choose lingual mesial overlap, this means the wires cross, like this. The left and the right cross over. And also, we can set the lingual wave. This means if the wire is long enough, it will automatically form a wave shape, because some labs and technicians prefer this. Okay. And the initial state can be set to either straight line or wave, because sometimes you want the wire to be straight for special bending purposes, so you can choose this option, straight line, just like this. And if it's a straight line, you can set the length or distance, 15 or shorter. You can set it. Okay? And if it's set to wave, you can also adjust the wave settings here. Okay? You can see. Just move the mouse here and use the middle button. Just like this. Okay. This is the height of the wave. So when you finish all the adjustments, what you need to do is click Edit, and then editing is complete. Just click here. It will perform a calculation to check for any interference. So this one is okay. So I'll show you what happens when there is interference. You can see the yellow highlight, which means there is an interference. So what can you do? You can see the simulation option here. Okay, just click Simulation. We can see it locates the position of the first collision. You can see, because the hardware interference is here, so what can we do? Just make it a little bit shorter. Okay, you can come back and adjust again. And exit. We can just adjust it a little bit. Okay. So we can run the edit check again. And it's okay. No problem. So you can also see how the wire is bent. Just simulate how the machine works. Okay. Now, how to manually adjust the wire in detail. The first step is usually to set the correct position of the arrowhead. Where do you want the arrowhead to be? The first step is the most important, the position and whether you want it on the model or on the gum. Okay, so this is the important step. And then, to adjust it precisely, use the keyboard. We can use W, S, A, and D. W moves it up, S moves it down, A moves it left, and D moves it right. Okay, so I'll show you how to use the keyboard. Just like this. W goes up, A moves to the left side, D to the right side. Okay. And Q moves it up in a different axis, and E moves it down. It's a different direction. So if you want to use this method, you can also use the keyboard for more precise adjustments. Okay? And when we want to adjust the angle, the first step is to set the arrowhead position. And the second step is to set the overall occlusion. Usually, the occlusion includes 3 key spots. It includes 2 red spots and 1 green spot. Okay? First, we need to set this spot, moving it from the closer side to the back. This is a very important spot. Okay, and we can use the keyboard to adjust it. It will be much faster. When you finish the manual adjustment, you can press the M key on the keyboard to show the color map. The color represents the distance. You can see on the right side here. This is the distance. So green and blue mean it's okay. Press V on the keyboard to show the coordinate axes. So here you can adjust with even more precision. When we finish the manual adjustment, we need to proceed to bending. To see where the wire will be bent, use this button. And then this button shows all of the bending points. The colored section indicates the piece you have selected. And when you finish editing and everything looks okay, then there's no problem. If this computer is connected to the bending machine, then all you need to do is click Start Bending. Okay. Because there is no machine connected to this computer, and if this computer is only for design, then you need to output the wire files. Okay. You can choose to output all the wires or just one wire. Okay. So we can choose Export All Wires. We can create a new folder and select it. Okay, no problem. And confirm. You can choose all of them. Okay, let me check. There are files for all of the wires. Then you can transfer all the wire files to the bending computer to begin the bending process. If you want to add a control point, first select the spot and right-click. It will show the option to add additional control points. The red ones are control points. Okay? You can see it has added one. And with a right-click, you can delete it. The red key spots cannot be deleted. Okay?